Hello everybody, this is Shrike playing the Artisan of Glimmith, which is a very, very good puzzle game. We've cleared the first 3 areas here: Glimmith Bridge, Glimmith Overlook, and Gemini and Delta. Now we're going to go to a new area, which I am not sure what it's called, but we're just going to hop left and get right into it. It's a 1, so it should be pretty easy. Okay, completely different mechanics from what we saw before. Rows, windows. Each area contains exactly 1 of each symbol. Okay. So if I look at this red, it's forced to go here and here and here. I just do that. There you go. So each area has 1 of each symbol in it. Very good. Now let's go to the next. So this is forced to go up like this. I think I just take the most obvious paths, and if it doesn't work out, then la-di-da. But no, it does work out. Perfect. Since they're 1s, it's pretty much I can go on my instinct. You can press Q to flood an entire region with color. Okay, I don't really need to do that here, but thanks anyways. I see these choke points, which are going to be very important. I want something like this, and then... Oh, that's why they're saying fill in the areas. Save you time. Okay. It's a clover, so let's make everything green. Sure. At least that's what I think of when I see this. I really like the tutorialization in this game. Like, they introduce the concepts very elegantly. So this guy has to go this way, which almost certainly he could go down to this one or this one. This one's kind of trapped, so it either goes here or to here. Not sure which yet. Almost this path along the bottom is going to be a problem. So that means this is going to have to connect here, probably. Oh, I don't need to be on green anymore. This guy can't get to a yellow in that case. How is this top left red one going to get a yellow? How is he going to get a yellow? There's only a path that also goes through another red or... Oh, I see. It has to go like this. That's how we do it. And then I do this and this. Yay! Okay, cool. And don't yell at the screen too much if you find the solution before I do. Remember, a single region can never touch both sides of a border. So you can't have like a square here, for instance. Okay, that is good to know. So I can't do this. It means it's forced to go all the way around. Oh. Ah, I see. I see. You have to do like a Python. It's the Python symbol. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Where is the stained glass we're actually filling up out here? Is there? Oh, it's right here. Restoration progress. Oh, I don't actually know the name of it until I'm done. All right. So if I do the obvious path, does it work? No, because that would violate that rule. So, oh, I see. This is still correct. This goes all the way around here, and then there we go. Had to include this square with the orange here. Very well, because we can't have the line in between. I guess that's the main limitation. So I'm assuming, oh, because they all have to be part of a shape. Means I have to use multiple because of these walls here. I can't make them all just one shape or one big area. I have to split it up amongst them. There's so many puzzles here. There's 13 to move on, but 20 to complete it. I can see that there's a secret something somewhere. Ah, there it is. Cheeky bastards. All right, so rows, window. Oh yeah, so same rules. A lot of stuff. So these are forced together essentially in the corners. Then it's a question of, do they go this way? Well, what do they need? That's the better question. This needs all of these, but this needs a yellow and a green. I think I can probably just snake my way across. And it'll probably fall into place. Oh, he's got 2 blues. He needs a red. You can't get a red that way, so it has to be this red, actually. And then these need a green. This also needs a green and a red. This needs these. And then this needs a red and a yellow. This needs a yellow and a green. I was right. Just work your way across and you figure it out. So yes, there's little puzzles that are hidden that you kind of have to look around with the camera. You can't rotate the camera. You can zoom in and out, but that's about it. Let's go down these paths. Okay, so we're combining shapes with the rose windows now. So this is kind of forced, because I can only have one of each in the area. To fill out this top right corner, I think I have to do that. And this, and this. Down here doesn't have a shape in it, so it has to do this, it has to do this, and it has to do this. Fantastic. It just falls into place. Okay, it's a big old blocks. How do I... Okay, well, this bottom corner is... It'd be this guy or this guy. I don't know which. Same with this. This top right corner, it can't be here because there's no shape, so it has to be this way. So that is fixed. And then this is forced, and then this is effectively forced. And then these have to be separate from each other, so there you go. Beautiful. Must be on a Tetris L piece. So this could go up or down. I don't know which way yet. This has to go down, because I don't need another red. And if that's an L piece, then this is probably an L piece. And what do I do about this corner? I think I have to do it like... Oh, no, because then they'll cause that problem. So actually, it probably goes up. But then what do I do about this? I can't. So I've caused a problem by doing this, basically. So that is not correct. It means I have to do it like this. No, because that would get more than one in. If I go up like this, I have one space here, which is not good. Which is not good. So that means it's not like that. Can't be like this because it would be more of multiple of one. Can't be like this because it wouldn't get one. So it can't go up. It could go like this, but then I leave one square. So no. Am I wrong here? I could be wrong there. Could be this. In fact, it's looking more... Actually, no, that doesn't work because then I can't do the bottom right corner. Okay, what about here? How am I going to deal with this? If I did this, for instance... That doesn't give me a blue. So that doesn't work. Which means... If it's like that, then this has to go like this. This is kind of all just forced. Oh, but then I don't know what to do about down here. Yeah, this doesn't work super well. All right, let me restart then. So I know these three have to come out like that. This cannot go up because I don't need 2 reds. So this actually is forced to go either out and then up or down to the corner. I don't know which yet. Okay. What about this guy? This guy could go here. He could also go here. He could not go out here. So he's going this way or this way. I don't know which way. This guy cannot go this way. So that's strictly out of bounds. That means this has to be its own shape. It is fixed. How do I shift click? This has to be. There's no other way to satisfy that. That means this is forced. Which means the only way to satisfy this corner is going to be there. This could be like this. There you go. Okay, cool. Very cool. You know, my favorite thing about watching other people do puzzles is that I can be like, oh yeah, I see the puzzle. They don't see it. Ha 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 ha. And then when they find out that they tried and it's wrong, or they find a solution and it wasn't the solution I found, then I can be like, oh yeah, no, that's what I totally meant. Yeah, 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 of course. You don't have to take any, you know, you don't have to worry about it. I'm just, don't do random things. So this one at the top right cannot be a 1x4. So it has to be a 1x4, a 1x1. So that is forest. Which this, fill in this square or this square, it could include either of these. It could include this. Okay, I don't know then. This guy, these guys are beside each other. So they can't, they have to have walls between them. That means if this guy went up here, this guy would be here. But this, they can be 1x1 actually. If I do this, it doesn't work. This guy is blocking this guy from being larger, but it also means, oh wait, it can go this way actually. Yeah, okay. It does work. Fancy that. So I know there's this 4 in the corner. All right, it's hidden, but I might as well do it. So I immediately see that all of these have to come out. There's no shape limitations by the looks of it, but they do need all of their types. So this yellow area on the top could go to this red and be done. That'd be the easiest thing for it to do. But it doesn't mean as nobody else is ever going to get that red because this already has a red. So I think that's pretty much guaranteed. This guy needs a yellow. Let's assume. Oh, but I might need to add more to the areas actually. So I shouldn't lock them in just yet. I need this to be a different color. Visually, please. There we go. Is it control click to change color? Yeah, okay. So you don't need the red. You do need this yellow. You don't need the yellow actually. You need a blue. You don't need a yellow either. Who needs the yellow? He needs the yellow. And the top right. That is hard to do. You could get this one potentially. And how would this guy get a yellow? This guy needs a red. So this yellow is going to have to come up and worm its way around to here. And then this goes like that. And then how do I get you the blue and you this red? I don't think I can currently, which means this has to be like this actually. And he goes to this red and he goes to this blue. So it was not the very close, obvious one here. Cool. Restore the rose windows window. It's literally called rose windows. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Is there any hidden ones back here, perhaps? I don't think so. Okay. All right, well, let's just go in the obvious ones then. Oh boy, what is this? Where are our force moves? So this can't be beside each other, and neither can these. So I'll just draw walls. That means this goes up here. It can't go this way. So it has to go here. After that, I don't know which blue it will take, but it will probably have to take this red. There's no other red it can get to. This yellow has to go here. I mean, it could go up. It doesn't really matter at that point. He needs a blue, though. So he can't take that green. He has to take this green and get one of these two blues. I don't know which one yet. That means these have to be together, which means it has to be this blue. So this means that's good. That one's fixed. You need a blue, so it has to go here. And we're done. Okay. I didn't even look at the last few symbols, but I had the only remaining space, so cool. Oh my god. Well, there's a lot of symbols that are the same beside each other, which I can divide up. Just logically. They can never be part of the same shape. So, right? There's only 4 shapes, yeah. Now here's a little less obvious. Does this yellow? No, this yellow has to be with this one. Because this one has the yellow on its path. Oh, take it back. It was not obvious at all. I actually have to do this. And then you here, and you here, and you here. And then, oh, yes. Hey. This game's sick. So good. It's a very day 9 thing to say. I wonder if he's played this game. He would love this game. I feel like this is just very obvious. Oh, it's difficulty 1. That's why. Okay. I don't even have to think about that one. Difficulty 2. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. But once you just break it down to smaller bits, it's not so bad, generally speaking. That's all I can do for that. So these have to be different colors. This one has to be able to come out here. There's no way around it. And that means this has to have space. Oh, I need to be on a random color. Them all being pink is not going to do it for us. Or purple. If you're colorblind, this game might be a little hard. Although all of these symbols are different. So it's not that bad, but... The stained glass areas. I guess they do have different textures too, so it's not that. Maybe you'd manage. So he's forced to come out this way. He's forced to come out this way because he can't get this blue. After that, I don't know. This guy has to come out here. This will be a different one. I guess I can make all of these. If I'm going from blue to red, make them all different colors. It's not picking very different colors. Where's all the blues and stuff? Yeah, there we go. So I want a little bit of difference. Let's see. So I need them to all get reds. So clearly I could get the red here. For this guy, this very purple. But that, I could also get it for this guy, and he could sneak his way up to here. But that could be true for him as well. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. Maybe it would. Let's see. I need both of these guys to be able to get... Oh, he doesn't get a red then. So this would be cutting stuff off here, so it's not correct. You need to be able to get a red. Oh, sorry, it's this guy that needs to get a red. You need to be able to get a red. Means you guys also need to be able to get reds. And those are just in the way, so I kind of have to. Then you can snake around to here. This guy can go around to here and here. Yeah, all right. Lovely commentary. Yes, here, 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 and here. Oh, dear. That's how puzzle games work, I guess. Well, we got some force moves at the very least in the corners. He needs a yellow or a red. I don't know which you'd like to go to first. This guy needs... Okay. Obviously doesn't need to go to the blue. So this needs to come up. Force move. Then I can say I can give the red to him or to him. I imagine I can just do this. No, because then he won't get a blue. That means I probably have to do... But then he can't. Oh, wait. I can do this. Durr. And then you... like so. Yes. Beautiful. Not my color scheme, but the puzzle itself is beautiful. Okay, we're at 18 of 20. Wait, what? Ow. Oh. I don't know why I just started drawing. Let's make... Well, I mean, that was my instinct to just immediately go up to there, but we got these choke points here. It means all 3 of these have to go out to somewhere. Same with the blues. Don't know how much farther after that. I'm kind of forced to do this if I want them to have I just do this. This red needs to link up with a yellow and a blue. It needs to link up with a blue. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to do around like this. There you go. Tackled it from both sides and they just linked up, so no problem. 19 of 20. Well, let's do this one. Okay, I immediately see... Okay, that's about it, actually, that I can divide up. So, let's start drawing some things that are forced. Well, that's... I don't get any choices there. Which means this has to happen. He could go down here, or he could go this way and grab this blue. Not sure which yet. This blue could go for... Can't take this yellow because then he won't be able to access to a yellow, so this has to go there. Oh, frig. I can't encapsulate a wall. Well, that makes things more complicated, doesn't it? Did I make a bad assumption? I can't do this. But then if I do that, he can't. Oh no. But I'm right in that this has to happen. There's no other way around that. But that means this has to happen. Then he can't get a yellow. Oh, they can be the same shape. Ah, right. Right. You can just link them together. They're not two regions just because they start at different areas. This is a difficulty 1, by the way. And I'm putting this much thought into it. Oh, it was so easy. It was so easy. Oh, okay. So it's just showing me to the next progression area. So I need 33 for the next upgrade. Well, I mean, I see lots of little easy... Oh, actually, most of them are not trivially easy. Let's do this last 3, 4 on the left-hand side. Let's just clear that out. This is a 3, so it should be pretty difficult. Okay, I see this. Okay. There's only one blue it can reach without going through a red. I don't know if it goes up this way or this way. I don't think it matters. Oh, they have to be in this shape. Never mind. It does matter. So that is forced. So that's our starting point. Which means I can probably do this and this. No, I cannot, because that messes up the left corner. Okay. I could go like this and this. That doesn't mess up this left corner. Oh, it does still, because then I have a circle or a tile I can't fill. All right, so puzzling in this top left corner, I'm not quite sure, because this red, this red cannot connect to any other blue, so that is in fact forest. This can only connect to this using this shape, because I can only have one in each region. So this is in fact forest, but that doesn't work, because then I can't fill in both of these. I've made a wrong assumption somewhere. How could this be anything else other than this? Huh? Oh, wait. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. Yeah, so, but it has to be in the shape. Uh-oh. This is confusing me. Oh, I can do it this way. He says... I was really hoping this would fall together or fall into pieces, but it's yes. Yes, 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 yeah, okay. Cool. I don't know, that arrangement just kind of tricked my brain a little bit. This one should be slightly easier. So it's a U shape and a U with a cup, I guess. Well... This red has to combine to this. I don't know if this will be red or this will be filled in or this will be filled in yet. This just looks obvious to me. This I don't know yet. This looks good to me. Oh, but in the middle. Oh. Oh, almost. Almost. I just need to rotate things, I think. Do I? Well, I can't have one spot left over. So this should be rotationally symmetric, I think. But then it's not going to let me fill in the middle if I do that. Okay, it can't be this guy that gets shifted. I could do something like... Okay, it can't be that guy either. Over here, I could do something like that. This one looks like it's kind of forced. Oh, but this one's also... Okay, hold on. Let me restart. I vaguely see what I need to do. I just need to figure out which ones that can be done with. So I can't do that because then this is getting two blues in the middle mixed up. So it probably has to be something like this. And then... No. Can I rotate this at all? I can. There you go. So the whole trick was just the two in the middle. Once you do that, it falls into place. 1x3 or 2x2. None of them are together. So we need to fill in this bottom left corner. It could be a 2x2 or it could be a 1x3. I don't know. This corner cannot be a 1x3 here. It could be there though. Can't be a 1x3. It can't be a 1x3. So it has to be a 2x2 in the top left corner. Okay. So that is forced. This cannot be combined with this. So it has to be this. This has to be this, which forces this and this. And then probably this. I don't see any other way to fill that in. And then this, and crap. It doesn't quite work. Almost. There we go. There it is. I like that. Next. Oh boy. None of them are beside each other. Okay, if I look at this red, I need yellow, green, and blue. I mean, there's lots of options, so I don't know about that one. If I look at this red, and I want to be able to get to yellow and green. I feel like that's the only way it can do it. If it goes this way, it gets to blue, green, but then there's no yellow. So I can't go down that way. So that's the only way to satisfy it. So that's forced. So then this... I don't know if it goes this way or this way. It has to get to a blue. Yeah, so it could be either or. But if it goes this way, then this yellow is going to be trapped. I don't think I can. I think it has to be this. And then this. Which means this probably has to be like that. I think it just all falls into place now. Oh, Not quite, actually. Not quite that simple. Because I need blues in all of these. So it looks like I have to do that. Because I have to do this. Oh, well. There you go. Okay. That's a good layout right there. You're like, wait a minute. This red needs a blue. This need yeah, it just works out. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Oh, there's a 5 in the back. A 6 right there. Let's tackle the easy ones first, shall we? 2. Okay, so it's just there's no limitations on size. It's just can you path find? Oh, right. That's gonna be the tricky part. Is that I have to include these, but I can't enclose them. So how am I gonna do that is my question, because that will break that. Oh, crap, how am I gonna cover those? Oh, I can do it like this. I see. And then this goes here and this goes here. Oh, no. That will fill that in. Uh-oh. Brain. Think. Need to think. How do I fill these in without... There it is. There it is. There it is. Use the other shape. There's so many puzzles. You can just do them in any order you want too, really. Okay, well, this is forced. Yeah, I don't see any other way around it. Need this blue to be connected to a red. I don't know which red yet. If I do this, it connects to that, so it can't. Okay. Means I have to do a very roundabout solution here. There we go. The not being able to close a wall thing is a little weird. It's a little strange. There's a lot of threes, so it doesn't really matter which one we do. Okay. This guy doesn't necessarily have to go to the bottom left, but he could. Again, it's just going to be around not enclosing these walls. That's the big kicker. So if we do this, I need a blue and a red. And can I do that without enclosing a wall? No, not that way at the very least. But if I go across here, then I will cut off the other one. And if I go this way, I will start enclosing this wall. So I don't think it goes that way. Probably doesn't. That's going to enclose a wall. So I need to be able to split it up. I need to be able to split it up between the two. So almost certainly this links with that, which means the other color is going to have to come up and probably go around like so. Then it's going to enclose that. Oh, I probably do it like this then. And I just need to link these together. Oh, crap. No, the colors have gotten all messed up. Undo, undo, undo. So this has got a blue. It just needs a green. I can't do this because then it'll close walls. So it has to grab this one, which I can do there, and then I do this. There it is. Oh, dear Lord. This game is very, very interesting. Again, walls that I just can't enclose. Okay, so how do I think about this? I need a yellow and a blue. Well, I think we obviously just want to... The naive thing would be to do this, which doesn't work. And I can't just march along there. If I do that, I'm going to leave space up here that can't be filled in. If I do this, then I'll be blocking off the other one from getting across. So... how do I do that? I can't do this, obviously. They're going to have to weave amongst each other quite heavily. And then the other one's going to have to come like all the way around or something. So what I probably have to do is this. No, that doesn't quite work. How do I get them through? How do I get two paths through? Do I need to get two paths through? That is, I guess, the next question. I need this spot and this spot to be the same shade color. That's the only real limitation. Right? I can do it this way? Yeah. Oh, no, I can't. Well, yeah, I can do this. I can't do this, so I'd have to loop around. Then I got 2 blues. And I can't quite complete it. So that means over here, I just need a slight change. So I remove the blue from that. Ah! Why did it all become the same color? There we go. Cool. That's a... Damn, these puzzles are so sick. We are at 28 to 33. Okay. There's just a lot of stuff. And can't go into that, so it's basically forced to go there. And this will be a different color. So I just need red to go to blue on each of them without enclosing. And I have to fill up all the spots. So this guy in the top left is going to be a bit of a pickle. Well, maybe not. Let's see. I need you to be able to escape. I can't connect him to this because it would go over this wall, like so. So it needs to go this way, perhaps. Stop. Remove that wall. I can grab any blue I want, really. Will it hurt if I go all the way around? I don't know. What red can this connect to? Can I connect to this? No, not like that at least. It could if I did this. But then I would need another color that can fill in all of this. And get to a red and fill in this. Oh, that messes that up. Oh, it messes this up too. So this is wrong. So actually, that also will be wrong. Oh, man. What would this connect to? It might actually connect to this guy, but then he has to get out is a problem. So that doesn't work. And I can't connect here because it'll create a wall, right? Which we already talked about. So what red does this connect to? If it can't be this one, and if I do this and block off this guy, then it doesn't work. So by process of elimination, it has to be either a very... Well, it can't be a roundabout way. It doesn't matter. It has to be the top left guy. So these have to combine or connect. But then if they do, it can't be through here. Oh, actually, they can't go through there. So it has to be they both go this way. That doesn't work. Uh-oh. How do I get this red out? You'd have to go down like this, which forces this red to go, or this blue to go over this way. We are forced to do something like this. I can't do this. Again, I'm being forced. I won't be able to loop around that. I'd have to do something like... Oh, that's red to red. Whoops. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Reggie. That means I could go here, but... This red has to connect to... Oh my god. Oh, I see. Can I do it like this? Then I can't do that. How do I fill in these squares? Is the real question, because I can't do this. So that doesn't work. Got another blue over here. Okay, hold on. So I think this is still okay-ish. But if that would just cut off this guy completely from a red. But I could do... If I do this, I mean, that does get that red, but then again, I don't know how to connect these two. Unless... No. These two cannot be the same red, so it would have to be connecting to this red. Oh my gosh. I think that works, yeah. Wait, does it? No. No, it does not. Because I have all this space in the middle that I can't fill in. Oh, I can fill it in with this guy. Oh my gosh. I see. Wow. Oh, these are only 3 difficulties. My mind is already melting. Well, I already see a bunch of force moves in this one, so at least that's great. That narrows things down a bit. Can't do this, so this has to go here. And then this yellow could go to this, but it may not. This cannot connect. This cannot connect. Ah, just undo it, please. There we go. So we got a bunch of stuff going on here. The biggest thing is that if I do this, it does complete. If I do this, I need it to be like here, but that doesn't work. Okay, that's a good way to think about it, actually. Yeah, let's leave that alone. This needs to complete something without going over other squares, you know? So that strictly means this actually has to connect to those. I think. If it tries to go anywhere else, it's going to enclose a space. So that's fine. Same with this guy then, I guess. I mean, I can't include any other space unless I include like this square, but which I may have to do actually. But I'm going to leave it open in case I need pass. So this blue needs to get to a red and a yellow without enclosing a space. So it can't do that red. It has to go to this red and a yellow. That doesn't enclose anything. Then let's have this go around. But the problem is this square here. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Can't do this, so this has to go there. Okay. Wow. Amazing commentary, dude. Oh, it's a new symbol. Not that it really makes a huge difference, but this is tricky. Okay. So this blue can't go down. Well, it could get the red, but it can't go any farther than that. So that means it's forced to go this way no matter what. So forced to get this no matter what. And then which red it includes, I don't know. If it gets this red, it can't go this way. It won't be able to get this or this. So it's actually going to get this. And it will not grab this red. So this red and this are combined. This blue has to go one or the other direction. I don't know which yet. Okay. This purple doesn't have that kind of problem. Well, actually, let's see. If this purple goes left, or if it goes right, it could not get this green. Could get this green. Like, I can't do this because of that. But I could go up to here, in theory. But then these guys will be orphaned without any way to get to a green. So that seems unlikely. Although, if I do this, then I can't enclose this. So that's also unlikely to be correct. Unless I do something like this. And then, how do I get this bottom left? Oh, right. I forgot about this guy. And then he's got 2 reds. Who's missing a green? You're missing a green. That encloses that, so you probably But if you go down this way, you'll get a blue, which you don't want. So we do is we give you that blue, and you give this green, and then this goes. Wait, what's wrong with you? You don't have a blue. And these guys don't have a red. So these guys get this blue. These have the yellow and a green, which is here, but then that doesn't work, but I can fill it in here. I can't do that because this square doesn't fit into either of these shapes. How can I give that to another shape? Instead of taking this green, I do this. And then you guys go, oh God, it's so messed up. It's so confused about what I was trying to do. I'm confused because the colors are so similar to each other. This has another red if I do that. So that doesn't work. Unless I give this red to here. I guess I can do that. And then I can do this. Oh, but then he's not going to be able to get out. Unless I do this, which needs a red. And then this needs... Oh, jeez. This is crazy. This shape. They are missing... Wait, what? This has everything it needs. This has missing a blue. And what is missing a green? This up here. I can't get the green. So this is actually just not possible to do this way. So I was right the first time around when I reasoned that. Well, I can't do that. That means he's kind of forced to get this green. Which means this guy... Oh my gosh. Then how do I get this? Oh, I can give it to him. I need a blue and a green. You need... Oh, crap, I can't give him a green. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. All right, retry. Let's just restart. Okay. So we know this has to be the case. We know this has to be the case. He can't get this green. He could, in theory, sneak across here and get like a green like that, I guess. And you cannot do that. But then I'm blocking off this square. That square is the big problem. If I do this, it doesn't work. So he basically has to get this square, which means he can't get this. How do I fill in that one square? How? Am I misjudging something? Does this purple go to somebody else, not to him? Because there's nothing saying that I have to get that purple. But again, if I get this green, then I'm screwed. If I do this, I screw everything else up. I don't have anyone to go in that square. So what does this square belong to? It has to come out like this, I guess. Or, because it cannot belong to this. Cannot belong to this. Does not work. It cannot belong to this. Could go this way, could go down. This guy already has a blue. But he needs a yellow and a green. It's the problem. And I can't do that without cutting off a red. Or including a red. And then this red is stuck. Oh no. I'm actually... I don't know if I'm just being dumb or what. Well, obviously I'm being dumb. But it should not be that difficult. But this one square just, it really screws me. But why? I feel like that I'm on the right track, but there's so many possibilities. I need to narrow them down. Okay, so this blue could go either way, but if it goes down here, it can't go any farther. So at best includes this red. But if it does that, then it can't go here, it can't go here. So it can never be completed. It cannot, 110%, cannot go down to this red. This red is a different color. Where it goes after this, it cannot go to the yellow. It has to go to this red. But it cannot go to this green. So that doesn't work. Whether it goes here or here, I don't know. To the right or down. I do not know. But obviously, it cannot include this yellow. So this yellow is going to be a different color, which has to go here. Which means this can't be. It has to go here. Which means it's never going to link up to this, which is fine. And it can't go here because that would mess that up. So you probably fill that in. That means he probably takes this green. He can't get this blue, but he can grab... He can't grab that either. You'd have to grab these one. Oh, he already has a yellow. That's a shape right there. It doesn't mess anything up. How do I film this? Ow. Ow. Ah. I'm going crazy. How do I fill in this square? I can't fill in that one square. It has to be this red also kind of just messes things up, huh? So like this is for it. I guess I was making assumptions here that don't necessarily hold true. I think we're right up to this. Well, not this point. Some other color has to be here. It's just how it is. This guy has to be able to get to another green, and I... Wait. Oh. Oh my gosh. I think I did it. Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. But we did it. Huzzah. And then we go to the next puzzle. This gimmick of don't enclose the wall just hurts my soul. Okay, let's start with this. So you can go left or right. I don't know which. If he goes this way, I need a way to not enclose this wall. I probably need to do something like this. But I need a way to not enclose that. It can't be from him. It could be from him. Cool. Okay. How many? I need one more. Are there any? Are there a bunch of hidden ones I missed? Because I see two available to us. Okay, this one's just all about not enclosing the walls. So that means, oh crap, dude. Needs. I guess he could be on his own potentially. Oh, that includes that. So we just extend them as much as we can. This top left corner. Wait, I can do it this way. Then how do I get this? Can't. Okay, so this has to be one color. This has to be a color. Right? And if it goes this way, then this would be a different color, which, I mean, that's fine. Right? This is not causing any issues whatsoever to do this. Same with this until this point. This could wrap around. It can't wrap around to there because of this. And he can't cover that either. So the best I could do is this. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But then that breaks that. Oh, and then I'm gonna have this problem here too. So my usual solution would be to like, I imagine one color's got to do like a lot of the heavy lifting, like that or something like that. So then I need, and that doesn't work. Can't fill in with these guys either. Yeah. How do I fill in those corners? I imagine it's got to be like a rotationally symmetry style thing, but like, oh, I can just, yeah, like something like that. Then I also need to have someone else. I'm starting to see how this works. If I do this, then he can fill in these. Almost. Can you fill in around all the way around there? Almost. There it is. Okay, so there's two singles. Cool. Very cool. 33 and a 33. But there's still a 6 over here. So what is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we can see at least some things to start with. I think this is going to be a lot about choke points. Because, yeah. So, we got 3 pairs here. 3 pairs here. 3 pairs here and here. Okay, so each corner basically has a bunch of pairs, which have to go out through this choke point. I don't know exactly in what way, but we can probably put it together. As long as they each grab one. Yeah. Oh, this doesn't grab a yellow by doing that. So this has to come out this way then. Uh-oh. So each yellow has to go out, but also connect. So this would obviously make sense. No, it doesn't, because that breaks off a line of sight. So it has to be something like this. But I can do it like that. And then you go here and here. There we go. Okay. So I got all 3 of them out. I don't know how much farther they go. But I think that's more or less forced. Oh, and I can just connect these up logically. Right? So I think those are all set in stone. Don't know how much farther out those will go. Has to go there, I guess. And I could link these 2 up together if we wanted to. I don't know if that's correct yet. So we have to wait and see. So let's start over here. Okay, let's go here. So this has to happen. And it can probably snake its way all the way around. And then like this. And then like this. That gets all 3 of them out. And that's all that really matters. I don't know if that square is going to be... I do, actually. It has to be green. Okay, cool. I mean, that feels like progress immediately. What do I do from there? Top right, can I do the same thing? Not like that, I can't. I could do something like this. No, I cannot. How do I pair these up so they all get out? I've got essentially a checkpoint here, here, and here. I need a green to go there that doesn't block off something else. Is that even possible? I don't think it is. Could I move the choke points out one? Say like here, perhaps? No. I feel like these are... Oh, but there's a yellow in the middle. So maybe we end up pairing with that. I don't think so. I think each of them is going to have to find what they're missing in the center. For the most part. This is going to need a red as well. Okay, well, What about up here? You've got these two blues. This, I mean, if this went this way, this way, this way, we'd have 3 ways out. Is that good or not? I don't know. But it does work. There's no guarantee which... Okay, this has to come out one farther, which forces this to come out one farther. Okay, so something like that. I guess. They each have a pair, yeah. Oh, I could do this. That's how I get the 3. No, it doesn't. That doesn't work. That doesn't get them out. That doesn't get them out. I can't cross the streams, man. Unless I do this. No, like, again, that's gonna just blocks 2 of the tiles. It doesn't work. Like this? Oh, like that. Nope. Nope. It's still blocked. I don't know, man. Huh? Huh? This is the green that needs to be able to touch this, but doing that blocks 2 squares. So how do I do this top right? My only thought is that I can't, and then I have to just snake other guys in, grab what I want. That seems like an intentional decision. So now let's see, what do we think about? They did say 6s very hard to break into. So if we think about this the most logically way possible, and that would be connect these together. So green, purple, yellow, blue, and just needs a red. The only red that's on its own would be here. Does it go straight to it? Here, here, or here? I don't really know. Don't know yet. But if I did that, this yellow and blue needs to connect up here and also get a red. So that's not gonna work, actually. I can get a red here, but it's a blue. So maybe I don't even do this. Maybe this is a wrong assumption. I have to grab what I just need to grab the few things I need, right? So this purple and green need to grab a blue and red and a yellow. So if I just naively say like, all right, grab these so it doesn't block things as much as possible. It also needs to grab a yellow. Seems fair, right? This guy needs to grab a yellow, a red, and a blue. That seems fair. I could, in theory, just complete this. And then you need a green, a red, and a purple. You guys also need a red, a purple, and a green. If I do this, I'm going to block off... Oh, wait. I need... You don't need the blue. You just need the red. But if I connect them to here, I don't necessarily need to connect them to there, you know? I could do this. Then it just needs a yellow. I can grab from here. But this is blocking this off, so I can't do it that way. This is a yellow and a blue, which gets a red and gets a green. It's missing a purple. That seems very greedy. Seems very greedy to do that. I need a red and a purple. Ah. Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, that blocks this off. I think I'm blocking too much space here by doing this. For things that I could be getting elsewhere. This is really confusing. So what about this? Red and purple needs a blue, green, and a yellow. If I do this, we've run into this problem where I can't get all the greens up there. That is tricky. That is very tricky. So I'm thinking there's issues, obviously. There are clearly problems. So, I mean, this automatically just gets the yellow it wants by virtue of going out that far. I mean, if I connect these, like that's just a complete shape, and I don't have to worry about it at all anymore. But it could also get that red from like up here, you know? Oh, right. No, it can't because it cuts off all those. Obviously. This yellow and blue need to come out. And this needs a green of some kind. From somewhere. Somehow. This needs to come out. This needs to come out. This needs to snake along and get a green, probably, and a yellow, probably. Like that. And that might allow... I just don't see how I'm going to get all the colors in the up there if I do it that way. Just don't see it. Because again, I've got this... I had something snake along there, and then something else... Yeah, I don't know. I just can't seem to figure out how to make this work unless I do it like this. And that might give us ways to get everything. As long as you don't need... Ah, shoot. That doesn't work. That does not work, in fact. If you need both of these, can I get a yellow anywhere else for this guy? I could get it over here if I didn't get this blue. So like I can do this, for instance. But that, no, I can't because that blocks that off. If I do it directly, at least. What do they need? They need a green. Like, in theory, I could have something like this. You know? It doesn't have a green. If it snakes up to here, then we're blocking, like, everything off. Oh, this is so difficult. This is so bloody difficult. Honestly, I'm just going to restart. I'm going to restart. Okay? Because this is just hurting my brain. I may have been close. I may have been, but. So let's see. We've got. This I think was fine. I didn't want to draw a line. I think this was fine. They come out. I don't have any choice. Those are all virtually forced. Unless I want to do some crazy combination with them. And then down here we could do similar. I don't necessarily remember what the pattern was I did. Oh God, how did I do this? How did I? Oh God. I've already forgotten. I need this. This needs to be connected to a yellow. So. And this needs the way out. Oh, I did this somehow. I did do this. This guy probably has to escape out the top right. Yeah. Oops. Do something like this. Okay, and that gives us all three of them out. And this kind of just forces more moves. At the very least. Which means this actually kind of has to go there. I think so, based off what I've done here at least. Assuming I actually want to pair them all up. Well, actually, if these were to combine, which is the logical thing to do, like it has everything except for red. If I try and get red, I'm going to be sneaking across all this stuff. This stuff needs blue, red, and what? Yellow. So I want to get the blue and red from there and get a yellow here. Okay. So I'm going to try and get a blue, a red, and a yellow. I don't need the green, but we'll figure something out maybe. This needs a blue and a red. A yellow, it's got everything. This guy just needs a red. That's going to leave this blue orphaned. So I did this wrong, clearly. I need... Change the color of this, please. Thank you. I need to get you... You don't need a blue. You just need the red, which means I need to leave a blue that is available to the public to consume. We do have possibility of that, maybe, but I don't know if I can do it without blocking other people off. So these would all have to go around, and it's not going to work. Unless I don't include the blue here, but then the blue won't be able to get out. So I think these have to be paired together. I could get the red from somewhere else. I could just grab it from here. It does seem like what its purpose is, you know? And then this comes out, and I don't know if the red will or not, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The problem is you have everything you need, but this guy does not have everything he needs. We'd have to actually grab this. Then he'll get a yellow somewhere in here. Assume it's there, I guess, for now. Who needs a blue and a red? Specifically a blue and a red. And then a purple. So one of these pairs will? That's the thing. Problem is, how do I get it out without causing problems? I don't know how to solve this top right corner. I don't know how to solve the top right corner. And it's just ruining everything. for me. I think I did something like this on the bottom. Pretty sure. Nope. Undo. Okay. They need a blue and a green and a yellow. Both of these do. This a blue and a yellow can get over. I can get over here almost certainly. This is gonna have to come out. Seems reasonable thus far. I don't know about this top right. That's the real kicker. I probably have to do some crazy spiral stuff. So this yellow and blue would go here. This guy's missing a green, so I cannot do that. Not directly, at least. This is gonna get blocked. Unless I do this. Then he needs to find a green as well. Not a purple. So he's having to sneak up this way. This guy needs this. He's got double blue. That doesn't seem right. He needs a red. He needs a yellow and a red. And a purple, actually. Oh, he doesn't need a yellow. Dude, this is so hard. How do I get everybody? I don't necessarily need to connect these, I guess. But it does. Like, they could get the blue and the red. Oh, yeah, no, it just makes sense to connect them. Blue, purple. Then this guy needs a green. And this guy also needs a green. I can't connect him here. And then if I get rid of this, he doesn't have a yellow. Wait, a green and a purple. Could I do this? Then I get an extra yellow that I don't want. Could I do this? That blocks this off. There's really no real good way around that. Also would have two blues, so that wouldn't be correct anyways. Dude, this is brutally difficult. Yeah, it's not gonna be that. It needs to pick up. It needs to link with something on the right plus a green. This needs to escape at the same time. This, it's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna work. Oh, I'm so confused. All right, hold on. Let's see if we can get rid of those connections. All right, so think about it this way. Think about more choke points. Also, I have this linked around. That might not be correct. That might not be correct. Might connect here. And I leave this, for instance. If I do this, is that a complete... That's all you need, right? Well, then I need you to be able to snake around, connect to here, and to get a yellow. This is going to have to be able to... get a purple attached to this. I don't see how I can do with this current setup. Yeah, I don't know how to cross the gap. I need a bridge that can go over top. Was that this does complete a thing, but blocks this off from being useful. This doesn't it just doesn't work, man. Actually, hold on. If this is this has to go this way. This has to go this way. I cannot get a green to that without blocking this guy off unless no, that's again, that's blocking off another square. So there's no way to get it out. I don't understand. I'm a fool. How am I missing, like, what is the combination? What is the combination that works here? Wait. No, because then I get 2 yellows. It just doesn't fucking work, man. Unless... have to... No. I clearly have to get them all out. One way or the other. But I don't see a valid way to do that. Wait. Huh? That blocks that off. But that technically does? No, it doesn't. The blue is stuck in there. God. Damn it, man. It's so impossible. I can't get them all out. Ah! Huh? That's like the key to the entire puzzle. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty sure. Blue. How do I get individual... So even if I connect these, and you get individual green, if I connect this to... Dude, this is actually beyond me. There's at least one mistake. Okay. It's telling me that I need a wall there. Okay. Okay. That's a nice little hint. That's a nice little hint. So I was overcomplicating this, perhaps, then? I could also have these snake out to the back if I need to. So this is not necessarily locked in stone. Well, it could be something, you know, coming out here and then coming out here. I don't think it necessarily makes a difference. Okay. Dude, just pick a different color. Thank you. Okay. Interesting. I mean, so if I do that, I do this, then it doesn't have a yellow. But it could escape to get a yellow. This top right, I don't fucking know how to deal with it, man. I just don't know how to deal with it. This gets a yellow, this gets a red. Wait, it can get a yellow from there, but then it doesn't get a blue. I don't necessarily need the blue. Sorry, I don't need the blue. But I can have the blue escape here. But then it needs a red. And won't get it from that. And it needs yellow. This is clearly not going to be right. This needs... like, oh, God, I don't know, man. I'm so stumped. I'm so freaking stumped. How do I get these greens out? Doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. I'm so confused. No wall there? But it's saying it goes down instead of up. So that cuts this off completely. Unless I go around like this. Then it needs just a solitary red. Where's it going to get a solitary red from? Oh, God. I don't know, man. I don't know. This might actually just be too much for me. Unless is there a way to jimmy the it needs a red. This has everything it needs. This needs red. What's this yellow? Oh, you know what? This yellow. What if I grab that? This solitary red, I'd have to give up. I do this differently. You just need this blue and this red. Now let this. Can I get this single red here? I can. Then how do I can't get this blue out like that. So like while this does satisfy this left-hand side, it does not satisfy the right-hand side. And I'll never be able to connect this to something else. So like it can't be correct. Unless I steal this red. And you link around to that. Then I still can't get this blue out. The only way to get these is if wait, there's four choke points actually. So I should in theory be able to get it out along with this. If I do this properly. Right? So like this is complete, this is complete. This is complete. Okay, let's get rid of this. I'm very close, I feel like now. Need a different color. Okay. So, what do we have down here? Down here, I have purple and a red that need a blue, a yellow, and a green. Here's the blue. And I need to figure out a yellow and a green. And this one is red and a purple that needs, I mean, the same stuff. Where does this purple need to go? Who doesn't have a purple right now? These all have a purple. The red RGB on the left have everything they need. This blue has a purple. This green has obviously a purple. This is a purple. So I have to actually make a set of them that aren't connected to the corners. That's what I was not realizing. Like, this needs the blue What is it missing? Green? How am I gonna do this? It says everything but it doesn't have a red. Oh, it does have a red, sorry. It has red, blue, purple. It does not have green or yellow. This has everything it needs. I can't get a green. This corner, this top right corner is just destroying me. There's a way to do this, and I just don't see it in this top right corner. There has to be a wall there. Okay, thank you. I will gladly use hints, okay? Is that? No. Missing a yellow. It's missing a yellow. If I take either of these yellows, again, I'm... Wait, a set of walls there? So a different color is going to be this way? This guy doesn't have a yellow or green. This one right here. I don't know how. There's no wall there? That means these probably don't connect. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's it. Okay. Oh, that was so difficult. I could not for the life of me see this pattern up here. Wow. That is mind-boggling. That, like I said, that was the key to this entire puzzle. That one top right corner. And it just messed me up so much. But okay, we did do it with a little bit of help. Oh, there's one in the back. There's a 5 in the back. Okay. Sure. Oh, this is... Well, should honestly be easier because it is, well, rated easier, but thankfully has some things I can narrow things down with. Narrow things down. Isn't that wonderful? So for instance, in this bottom left corner, we could fill it a couple ways. So I'm not gonna... What about this one? This has to come out this way. It has to go up. If it did... Well, actually... If it did this, it would be invalid. Oh, this is actually fine. It could just be that. I don't know if it goes like... Yeah, can't do this because it's, yeah, so it has to be that shape, I guess. Which means this also has to be that Oh, it does include a red. So it would have to include this. And then this would have to be shaped like that. I'm set on blue, whoops. Let's randomize those colors. If I want to get this side here, I probably have to do that. Is this a wall I wrote? It is a wall I wrote. Oh yeah, that makes sense. If I don't want to block this, I probably have to do it like so. I'm not gonna get this. That leaves a hole there. So I don't think that's gonna work. But then if I do that, then this doesn't work. I can do that actually. All of these work. Is that perfectly correct? I don't know, but it looks okay. What about this top corner here? So if I want to fill that in, there's only so many ways I can do it. Without, yeah, like... Without, yeah, I think that's the only one that can actually work with respect to not having 2 reds in it and having the shape. This guy... could be like this or like this. I don't know. I know it has to come out. This guy has to be this to fill in the square, which kind of forces this case as well. Forces this and this, I think. So we can fill in squares. That just looks good. And then, oh my gosh. You see, sometimes, oh, this is our first difficulty 5 puzzle. I always just skip 5. 33 out of 33 plus 2. There was more? How do I know if I'm done then? I mean, it's got the golden guild, so I think we're done, but why was there 2 extra? Why was there 2 extra? Is there a 3rd extra? I'm not gonna know if I'm fully done now. But that took very long. Okay, it is a lot of puzzles. That's 35 puzzles in one area. And the next area is down here. There's a 4. So it looks like we bottleneck at that point. So we were ready to branch out to either side, and now we have completed. This one doesn't have any plus ones that I know of. There's like a hidden son of a bitch. There's a hidden one on the island way over here. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Maybe it's not as bad as I think. Okay. Have to be the same. So let's do this. This has to be the same as here, which has to be the same as here. Means this cannot be a 1x2. It could be a 1x1. I don't know. This could also be. This is probably going to be a 1x1. Oh, but then this has to be a 1x1, and this cannot be a 1x1. Then this has to be a 2x2, which is not different from this. So immediately this doesn't look right. Yeah, I don't think that's correct, but I could do it this way, actually. I could stagger it that way. Make this like that, and then what do I do with this? Because this has to be 2, but this says it can't be 2. That doesn't work. Okay. I don't know why there's a knife here, but oh, there's a bunch of art tools in general and nails. I wonder if there's secrets like we can click on outside of the puzzle. I don't know. Well, in the bottom right-hand corner, I see this has to be the same as this, but it can't be any more than a 1x1, because then it will start conflicting with this guy. Right, yeah. So I think that's forced, that's forced. So this cannot be a 1x1. It has to be at least a 2x2. It could be more than that. If it's a 3x3, then it would have to be here. Or 3x1, sorry. And then this would have to be different. You would have to. This is only a difficulty 3. This feels so difficult. I mean, these could both be 1s in theory. This wouldn't be the same here, so it'd have to be a 3. Then this is not different, so this doesn't work. So if this is a 2, this could be the same. This could be the same. This could, in theory, be the same. Then it breaks there. If it's a 4, there's no. I'm not going to be able to fit in a 4. Well, actually, I technically haven't broken any rules yet. Oh. Okay, no, I have, because these can't be the same. If I do that, And these aren't the same. If I do that, these aren't the same. And these are the same, and they can't be the same. Okay, so do this and this. That's fine. Let's assume this is just a 2. Then this could be a 1. This has to be a 2. Forces this to be a 2, a different 2. This can be a 2 this way. No, it can't. It has to be this way, which then has to match here, which I can't do. So it have to match here, which then means I have to match here, which means I have to match here, which doesn't work. So just straight up wrong. This can't be a 1 if this is a 1. So what if this was, if it's a 2, it doesn't work because this can't be the same, but also being different. So maybe I can't start in that corner. Maybe I can't start in that corner. If I start, is this a 1? Then this can't be a 1. It would have to be at least a 2. But then that breaks this. They're not different. If this is a 3, and this has to be a 3, and again it breaks. So how do I do this? What? What am I doing wrong? Oh God. I think all the corners are 1s. Well, okay, first, if I do this as a 2 or a 3 or something like that. Yeah, no, I can't. So this has to be a 1. There's no way around it. Similar with this. This has to be not a 1, which would mean this would have to be a 2. I mean, then it just starts cascading like crazy. So this is a 1. And say this is a 2. This has to be the same. This has to be the same. This has to be the same. But it can't be here because then he gets pissy. So then it would have to be, yeah, then we get into this problem again. So this is 100% not a 2. And we know it's not a 3. This is just not possible. So what the hell can this be? What can it be? If this is a 1, what? Does that mean this is not necessarily a 1? If it's a 2, this can be a 2. While this being a 1. This could not be a 2. It would have to be... It can't be a 1 here. But it could be a 2. But it can't be a 2 because then these aren't different. If it's a 3 up here, then these are the same. That is true. These have to be different. These have to be the same. So if I do a 2 here, it doesn't work here. If I do this, it's not going to work. It just doesn't fucking work, man. Why is this so hard? Maybe I've just been doing this for too long. I did do 2 of these videos back to back. My brain is fried. What am I doing wrong? There's somewhere in here that gives me the hint I need of it'll just cascade into exactly what the solution is. I'm pretty confident. So, fuck. Is there any of that are unique? So like this section here is the rotated form of this, but this is different from this. So the top left and bottom right are different. And that's the key difference. Which one allows me to do something that the other does not? So like, if I do this as 3, it has to be of 3. And that breaks these cardinal rules. So it does, like, that doesn't work. If it's a 2, this has to be a 2, which again breaks the rule. This is a 1. This is a 1. This cannot be a 1. Could be a 2. It's a 2. You need a 2 up here. Can't be here because that'll break that rule. The 2 is here. Then that is forcing this to be a 2. And forcing... It can't be here because that'll break that rule. So it has to be here. Breaks that rule. So straight up just does not work. That means this square, this spot is not a 2. If it's a 3, then I need a 3 here. And a 3 here. Oops. That breaks that. So it could be a 3 this spot. So far doesn't break a rule. This is the 1 that doesn't break any rules here. This, I need a 3 down here. But that will break... Doesn't break a rule here. That doesn't break a rule. This has to be a 1. Oh my gosh, that was it. That was it. Okay. Wow, that took me longer than it was supposed to. Now, does that puzzle go toward this? Oh, it is a +1 for this guy. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I missed that previously. Where else could there be a secret one? Are there always going to be 2 plus 2 extra ones, or just 1 extra one? Is that one I didn't do? Oh, I didn't do this guy. Oh, thank goodness, it's an easy one. Oh my gosh. That's so easy. Oh, thank you. All right, 33 plus 2 on both of them. All right, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you next time when we go down here where things are almost certainly going to include entirely new mechanics we've never seen before. So, yeah, all right. See you guys then.